Okay, I'm going to end it the video by showing an up close of the sporran, an up close look. Beautiful. And when I bought this, I was into it. I said, "Whoa, the military branch has a sporran," and it made me feel whole again. It's like I miss wearing a uniform, and wearing a kilt kind of seemed like wearing a uniform in a way. Like you had to look, what's the phrase? Squared away. And what I always like to show too is a lot of people show the fronts of the kilts, but don't show the back or the pleats. And I really like it, kind of annoys me. It's like, I want to see the back, see what the pattern looks like, see what the pleats look like, see how many pleats. So with sporrans, I like to show the inside also as best as I can. And here's some of my kilt stuff, which I got an interest for once I found out that the military had their own tartan. So the Marine Corps belt buckle to go with it, the Marine Corps sporran, United States Marine Corps, and then other things to go with the outfit with different kilts that you might buy. These are like samples. The unicorn, national animal of Scotland, the Highland cow, just a whole bunch of things. And this is just a what do you call it? A sample. I've got more at home. All right. Looks like I have some time on my hands, and so I kind of want to do this for me also. Um, so the last kilts that the last tartan swatches that I showed were wool, 13-ounce wool. The rest of these swatches that I have will be poly viscose. So let's see what we have here. This one is this one is called the Spirit of Scotland. It's a 12-ounce poly viscose, also known as PV. Oh, from Morton Mills. It's pretty nice to come on. We're at the beach. It's supposed to be sun. It's nice to order swatches because I get to find where they come from, like the different mills. Martin Mills is one of them. This next kilt is called is a poly viscose Isle of Skye. Pretty cool. And I've always been interested in Spirit of Scotland because in the pictures, like on social media, it's hard to see the colors. And so it's good to have it in the sun because most of the pictures are in the shade or inside. And you can't really pick up the beautiful colors that are on there. But we're getting a taste of it today. And again, this is poly viscose. Let's move to the next. Next on the list is a tartan swatch called Albanach for the musical band. I looked them up on YouTube. They have a few videos. It's pretty. They get you in the mood, I tell you, you know. But you gotta like it. It's an acquired taste, but it just gets you moving. That's my honest opinion. I say take the time out of your day, look up Albanach live, and see if your body starts moving along. Next one is Glinder. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but Glinder, both of these from Martin Mills, poly viscose. This Albanach is pretty bright, so you have to be a fan. I'll say that. And Glendor, It's subtle, you know, except for that red stripe, but still subtle. Almost, almost has like a Star Wars vibe to it. Almost. Next on the list, Holyrood. Holyrood Polyviscose. I think it's pretty cool. Then next, Caledonia. Vibrant. And for a PV, right? For a polyviscose, or I guess another word for it that people would be familiar with, polyrayon. This is some nice material, and I think it has to do with where it's coming from, which is Martin Mills. One of the mills that you know will give you quality. Okay, on to the next. Next on the list, kilts represent different people, places, and things. This one is the Chinese Scottish tartan. Very nice. Seems perfect to wear if like if you're somebody that's about history, culture, world events. It's a lot of stuff going on. Stuff that I'm not familiar with, that I can't tell you a story about, but I can tell you the basics. This is Chinese Scottish, so that means that there's some type of bond somewhere in history that happened to create this. And that's a story I'm interested in hearing. And this right here is the sterling. Which I would identify as sterling gray. Pretty nice. We're getting close. After these, 2 more left. Okay, the MacDonald Modern. 12 ounce polyviscose or polyrayon. And I want to order a wool swatch of this so I can compare. That's my next step. Like, kilts cost like an arm and a leg for a good kilt. If you're talking 8 yards, even 5 yards is pretty hefty price. And so, as a pastime, no. As an intermission, no. As something to hold the time till you can get your 5 yard, 8 yard kilt, you know. Some tartan swatches are affordable, about $10. I don't feel like the light is getting this. Okay, this one is called American Heritage, exclusive to USA Kilts. I technically, ooh, look at the design right in the middle right there. If it pops up, the white square in the middle, it really pops. Now, between this American Heritage and American Dream, I would get American Dream first. But I think this is pretty nice for those that like laid back. But is the white or cream color really laid back? Seems like it's glow in the dark in a way. All right, MacDonald Modern and American Heritage. American Dream. I'm really excited about this one. This is what got me in to kilt wearing. United States Marine Corps tartan, polyviscose. Now, actually, when I think about it, this didn't get me into kilt wearing before. I was wearing kilts before, but they were the American version, UT kilts, right? Because I was watching some movies like Spartacus, and then I was like reading Bible stories, watching Bible movies, and I'm like, Wait a minute. People of the past were wearing like skirt-like garments, like tunics and robes, and like stuff that came up above the knee, yet they were still masculine figures. And I was like, oh. And one of my favorite lines when I used to wear the kilt, like with a tartan, is for Bible stories. David didn't beat Goliath wearing jeans and a baseball cap. All right, so back to this. This is United States Marine Corps tartan. And if I just started wearing utility kilts, like without a tartan, that just would have been a fad, temporary. But my interest started once I was like, oh, I can actually wear a tartan, right? That I'm associated with, or a tartan that like represents something. So this is what got me started once I found out that the United States Marine Corps had a tartan, not official, but seen as associated with. And most important, is registered on the Scottish Register of Tartans. Gosh, what is the full name? Let's just say Scottish Registry of Tartans. Next one is Pennsylvania. Another reason is like during my first year starting out, it's like, well, one for the military branch, one for the state that I'm from, Pennsylvania. This is a Pennsylvania tartan. and that's why these mean the most to me, because one is from a military branch, one is from my home state, and that's what really got the ball rolling to, for me, got the ball rolling for me to start wearing it for like long term, which I did. I wore it for like a year, straight up. Wore it while riding motorcycles, wore it to the veterans hospital, and before I went to work, and I would change over. Wore it on my days off, wore it in the rain. And I could do that because this was like poly viscose, so I could just throw it in the washing machine and call it a day. Okay, I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it the video by showing an up close of the sporran, an up close look. Beautiful. And when I bought this, I was into it. I said, "Whoa, the military branch has a sporran," and it made me feel whole again. It's like I miss wearing a uniform, and wearing a kilt kind of seemed like wearing a uniform in a way. Like you had to look, what's the phrase? Squared away. And what I always like to show too is a lot of people show the fronts of the kilts, but don't show the back or the pleats, and I really like it. Kind of annoys me. It's like I want to see the back, see what the pattern looks like, see what the pleats look like, see how many pleats. So with sporrans, I like to show the inside also as best as I can, because when you buy a sporran, um, even on the websites, they don't show you what it looks like on the inside. It's very interesting how, like, it'll be a picture of the back. I'm sorry, not even the back. It'll be a picture of the front without the back and without the inside. And then that's like one of the most important things you need to know, because you put stuff inside of it, you know? And so this isn't really doing it justice, but it's better than nothing. So, and Semper Fidelis, always faithful. That's it. Thanks for watching. Tartan Swatches on the beach. Bye for now.